Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Loka Seva Gurukulam, free online classes in maths. How are you all? Nice? Very happy. We sit for a few minutes with a pen and a book. Okay? We have been an interesting chapter. Is it not? It is called simple equations. Simple means what? An equation having only one variable, correct? And in the previous class, 6th standard, we have studied about algebra. What is algebra? It is not a bird, it is not an animal, it is not a plant. What is it? It is a branch of mathematics. Is it not? Which deals with operations with variables. And variables means what? Terms like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, etc. are called variables, correct? And what does algebra do? By the help of algebra, we can solve the problems easily. Most of the arithmetic problems, which will be very lengthy, can be cut short by the help of algebra. For example, formulas are there. When you say simple interest, formula says I equals PTR by 100. In the formula, I equals PTR by 100. So, this formula will help for the calculation of interest, correct? I means what? Interest, P is for principal, T for time, R for rate of interest. So, this formula is the product of algebra. So, like that there are so many formulas, correct? So, we have got algebra, a very interesting branch of mathematics which solves the problems easily, correct? And also we have studied about simple equations. So, what do you mean by equation? Any two terms or numbers or expressions, if they are equal, we call it equation. For example, if you have a number like say 4, 4 is equal to what? 4 is equal to 4 only. Can you call it equation? Yeah. So, this 4 can also be equal to 5 minus 1, correct? That is also called equation. Now, what is a simple equation? Simple equation is one which has only one variable. And why it is called simple equation? Say suppose you have equation x plus 1 is equal to say 4, it is called equation. Why it is called equation? Because there is an equal sign. So, whenever two things are compared and they are found to be equal, we call it as equation. Okay. So, what is that you are getting in simple equation? We have what is called as variable. So, simple equation can be defined as a conditioned variable. So, condition means what? For certain value of the variable, the equation holds good. For example, in this, what is the value of x? X will be equal to 3. If you put 3 here, 3 plus 1 becomes 4. So, that is called conditioned variable. Okay. So, simple equation, suppose if the two terms are not equal, then what do you call it? Suppose you want to compare 5 and 3, what is sign you use? We say greater than. It is not equation, it is inequality. Suppose you want to compare 4 and 6, what symbol you use? Less than. So, when that greater than, less than, etc. comes, then it is not called as equation. Okay. And as you know, algebra is full of variables, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, etc. So, that variables are nothing but the terms like A, B, C, etc., the value of which is not known or the value of which varies, just like our mind that varies from time to time, correct? From morning till night, how much of thoughts will come to the head. So, that is called variable, not steady, whereas our soul or God inside us is steady, is not changing. Okay? So, that variable will have different values for different situations, correct? So, and also you have studied about writing equations for the statements. If a statement is given, you know how to write equation. Writing equations for the statement. If a statement is given, suppose you say a 3 is added to a number, it gives the answer as 4. So, we do not know the number, we call it as x and let the number be x. So, for that x, we call it as x. To that number x, we have to add 3. The answer is 4. So, if a statement is given, you must know how to write the equation. To give one more example, if 3 is subtracted from a number, the answer is 7. So, let the number we call it as say A, 3 is subtracted means minus 3. So, 7 is the answer. That is how you write equations. For writing equation, you have to take the variable as A, B, C, X, Y, etc. Okay? And then you have to write the equation here, and there should be a sign equals. Okay? Then we call it as equation. Now, it is called simple equation because there is only one variable. Suppose you have two variables, what do you call it? We call it as simultaneous linear equations, is it not? And the power of the unknown also must be 1. Okay? So, this is the thing we already studied. Now, shall we pass on to the home assignment? Okay? Home assignment. First question, complete the last column. So, here you have to complete. So, here x plus 3 is equal to 0 is the equation given. If the value of x is equal to 3, you must tell whether the equation is satisfied or not. If it is satisfied, you must write it as yes. If it is not satisfied, write no. Okay? See here, x plus 3 is equal to 0. The value is x is equal to 3. Suppose you write 3 here, what happens? 3 plus 3 it becomes, how much it is? 3 plus 3 is 6, it is not equal to 0, correct? So, you must write it as no, no is the answer. So, 3 plus 3 is not equal to 0. Similarly, if x is equal to 7, so put 7 where there is x, 7 minus 7 becomes 0, but they are given it as 1. So, it is also equation is not as satisfied, we write it as no. One more, ready? Taking it down? Okay, take down, take your pen, book, get ready, okay. 5x equals 25. For x is equal to 0, what happens? 5 into 0, 0 only, 0 is not equal to 25. So, that is also not satisfied, right? No for that. One more, m by 3 equals 2. So, value of m is given as minus 6. Suppose you put minus 6 here, minus 6 by 3 becomes minus 2, but they are given it as plus 2. So, this also does not hold good, right? No again. So, all these 4 are not satisfied for these values given here, correct. So, if they are given as 6 here plus 6, then the answer it holds good, correct. So, that is the answer for the first question. Now, coming to second question. So, coming to second question, check whether the value given in the brackets is a solution to the given equation or not. Same type, but here what is the difference is they get the value in brackets. So, you should apply this to the given equation, and they are asking whether it is a equation it holds good or not. Suppose you put n equals minus 2. See, equation is left hand side, we call it as 2 hands here, this is called left hand side, this is called right hand side, and in between you have equal sign, is it not? And in the place of n, what is n? N is called variable, just like you have a, b, c, x, y, z, we got n here. Suppose you put n equals minus 2, what happens? 7 into minus 2 plus 5, 7 2s are how much? You know multiplication table of 7, 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are, come on, 14, correct. 7 into plus into minus becomes minus 14, plus 5 becomes minus 9, but they are given it as 19. So, it does not hold good. So, the 19 and minus 9 they are not equal. So, the value which is given in bracket does not hold good. Okay. So, that is the first question. So, n minus 2 is not a solution to the given equation. Are you following? Suppose you get 19 here, then it will be hold good also, but it is not getting 19, you get minus 9. Okay. That is the first question. Second question, 4p minus 3 is equal to 13. Now, you must tell for the value of p is equal to 1 whether it is holds good or not. So, left hand side you have 4p minus 3, this is left hand side. How do you know left hand side and right hand side? You know hands, all of you know what is your left hand? Yes, this is called left. What is this called? Right. In between you have equal sign, correct. So, in equation there are 2 parts. So, 4p minus 3, when the value of p is equal to 1, 4 into 1 minus 3, that is 4 minus 3, that is 1. Right hand side you are given as 13. So, 1 is not equal to 13. Therefore, for the value of p is equal to 1, this equation does not hold good. Okay. So, that is the answer for that. Next question, write equations for the following statements. Now, statements are given, you have to write the equation. 2 is subtracted from y is 8. So, answer is 8. So, you must think of a variable. Shall we call it as y? So, y is a variable, minus 2, why you are writing minus? Subtracted. Suppose you give added, what you must do? Plus. Suppose you say divided, you must write divided, correct. So, here it is subtracted. So, y minus 2 is equal to 8. Are you following? Okay. 10 times a is 70. 10 times, not one time, 10 times. So, 10a. Suppose you say 5 times 5a, 7 times 7a, that is 10 times. So, 10a is equal to 70. Only that much, no need of solving. You are asked to write the equation. 3/4 of t is 15. 3/4 means what? 3/4 of t. T is a variable. is equal to 15. You can take any number, there is no issue, T or A or B or C, whatever it is. That is why it is called variable, the value varies. Okay. So, this is the equation for that. Now, one more question is that write the following equation in a statement form. You are given equation m minus 7 equals 3. Which is the variable? M. We will take it as m. Okay. Now, what you must do? Minus 7 means what? 7 subtracted from m. Correct? And the value is given as 3. So, 7 subtracted from m is 3. Okay. Next, 3m by 5 is equal to 6. 3/5 of a number is of 3/5 of a number m is 6. So, here we take it as a variable as m here. So, 3/5 means what? 3 by 5 and the answer is 6. Okay. That is how you have to write it. So, you must know how to write equations also, you must know the reverse also. Now, you are doing reverse. Equation is given, you are writing in words, correct. Then p by 2 plus 2 is equal to 8. So, 2 is added to half of a number p. So, you should not change the word here, whatever given you must write that only. When p is given, write p, when m is given, write m, when x is given, write x only. So, 2 is added to half of a number. So, the number will take it as p. So, p by 2. So, 2 is added to half of a number, half of a number is p by 2 plus 2 is equal to 8. It gives 8, means it is equal to 8. Okay. Now, we will see today's topic. Ready? Take the textbooks open, get the notes also write down, then and there you must write down. Okay. Yeah. Now, consider the following situation. That is how algebra helps. Algebra is a very interesting branch. How many agree with me? Come on, raise your hands. Okay. So, let us see how it is interesting. So, there is one boy called Raju. As you know, some of you may be Raju also there, is it not? So, here Raju's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. So, here Raju's age is not known. So, what you must do? So, let us take Raju's age as x years. Okay, not known, it is a variable. Now, you are there telling Raju's father's age. So, what happened to father's age? 3 times Raju's age is 3x. So, 3 times x is given, we will take it as x here, it may be m or a or b or c. So, 3 times means 3x. So, 5 years more means what? 3x plus 5. 5 years less means minus 5. So, 3 times the age of Raju becomes 3x, and we say father's age will be 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. So, 3 times x plus 5. Okay. So, equation becomes 3x plus 5 is equal to 44, that is given. Raju's father is 44 years old. Set up an equation to find Raju's age. Okay. So, this is the equation, 3x plus 5 is equal to 44. So, that is all you will ask to find out. No need of find the value of x. Suppose you want to find Raju's age, what you must be? Bring this 5 this side, it becomes 39, x becomes 13. So, Raju's age becomes 13. Okay. So, that is not asked here, they are asked to write only equation. Understood? Okay. So, what you have done, once again I will repeat, Raju's age is not given, take it as x. 3 times Raju's age is 3x, and 5 years more means 3x plus 5. By question, you were given that the father's age is 44. Understood? So, like that you must practice. Practice makes perfect. Correct? So, in mathematics, when solved, Raju's age can be found out. Just now I told Raju's age will be 13 years. Okay? Then second question. Now you hear a girl by name Lakshmi. Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. He is 4 years older than 3 times Lakshmi's age. 4 years older. So here Lakshmi age is not given, we take it as M. Okay? 3 times means what? 3M. Are you picking up? Okay. Now Lakshmi's father will be, age will be 3M. It is 4 years older plus 4. So 3M plus 4 is equal to, age is given as 49. 3M plus 4 is equal to 49. So equation is 3M plus 4 is equal to 49. Suppose you want to find, bring this 4 this side, become 45. M is equal to 15 years. Lakshmi's age becomes 15 years. Okay? That is how you have to write the equation. Okay? Here M is called a variable. You have to write first whatever you have to find out, you take it as X or A or M, etc. Then write the equation. Okay? Now, what do you mean by solving an equation now? So far we have studied what is meant by variable. We also studied what is meant by equation. We also studied what is simple equation. Now coming to solving an equation. So often an equation is said to be like a weighing balance. You have seen the balance? Where you have seen it? Yeah, in shops. Suppose you want to buy some rice or salt, sugar, etc. You have seen the balance, correct? It will have 2 pans, they are called pans. In mathematics we call it as left hand side and right hand side. And here is a fulcrum which balances. And some of you might have played a seesaw like this. Played? Yeah. If there is one fat man and there is a thin man, this thin man will raise so much. You have seen it? So what must be there? There must be balance. So you should know how to balance it. So a balanced equation is like a weighing balance with equal weights on the 2 pans. If these are called weights, okay. If the weights on either pans are same, it will balance. Suppose you put 2 kg here and put 1 kg there, it is imbalance, correct? So like a weighing balance, doing a mathematical operation on an equation is like adding weights to the or removing weight from the pans of a weighing balance. Suppose there is 2 kg here, 1 kg that side. How to balance? Put 1 more kg there, then it balances, isn't it? Or you can remove 1 kg from here. So adding or subtracting the weights so that it becomes equal. So that is a very interesting thing, solving a simple equation. Let us see how to do it. Okay. So here is an equation, y plus 3 equals 8. Now we want to find the value of y. What shall we do it? One of the method is subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. Why should you do that? Because the weight is more here. How much more? 3 more. So when plus 3 is given, take minus 3. Suppose minus is given, make plus 3. Suppose divide is given, multiply by 3. If multiplied is given, divide by 3. Okay? Like that. So here subtract 3 from both sides. So y plus 3 is here, minus 3. then plus 3 minus 3 cancels. These are equals, can be cancelled of opposite side, okay. Then you get y. So, on the right hand side, if you subtract 3 from 8, 8 minus 3 becomes 5. So, since this does not disturb the balance, we have y is equal to 5 is the answer. Okay. So, this is called the solution of the equation y plus 3 is equal to 8. So, what you have done? We have done, or we have got the value of y. How much it is? 5. How to check it? Suppose you apply it here, 5 plus 3, how much it becomes? Correct? 8. So, equation holds good. So, what you must do now? Plus 3 given means you have to subtract 3 on both sides. So, 8 minus 3 becomes 5, plus 3 minus 3 cancels, you get y plus y is equal to 5 is the answer. So, how to verify it? When y is equal to 5, left hand side becomes 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, it is right hand side. That also you must do, checking it is called a verification. So, therefore, you can write left hand side is equal to right hand side, the balance become equal, correct. So, the weight becomes equal. So, that is the one example we have seen. Now, coming to second example, x minus 3 is equal to 10 given. Here there is minus 3. So, what you must do? You have to remove that minus 3. How to remove that? Adding plus 3. So, x minus 3 is there, add plus 3 here. So, minus 3 plus 3 cancels, you get 0, x only. 10 plus 3 becomes 13. So, x minus 3 on the left hand side, 10 on the right hand side. How it balances? It balances when x is equal to 13. Suppose you have 13 here, 13 minus 3, how much? 10. So, the two balances, correct. So, that is what I was telling you. You have to write suppose minus is given, take plus. If plus is given, take minus, okay. But whatever you do in the left hand side should be done on the right hand side also, that is very important. Then only equation holds good, okay. Suppose you have equation 5m equals 35. So, what you must do here? Here m is multiplied to 5, but the opposite operation. Multiplied means you divide by 5, 5m by 5. How do you know it? Suppose you have 3m, divide by 3. Suppose you have 10m, divide by 10. Suppose you have minus 2x, divide by minus 2, like that. So, what is the purpose? To find the value of m. How to get rid of m? 5m divided by 5 is equal to 35 by 5. 35 by 5 is 7, and 5 cancels, m becomes 7. For value of m is equal to 7, the equation holds good. Okay, now come on, think of another equation. Here 2 is divided to a by 2. What you must do? How to remove that? So, suppose you multiply by 2 on both sides, correct. So, what you get? A by 2 into 2. Why you multiplied? To get rid of the 2 here. So, 2 cancels, a becomes 5 into 2, that is 10. So, value of a equals 10. Suppose you check here 10 by 2, how much? 5. So, of course, you must practice this just like your cycling. How many know cycling? All of you. How many times you have fallen down? Is it not? But even if you fall down, you again get into the seat and try. Again you fall down, again you try, again you try. So, like that, trial and error, go on doing the experiments. At one time you will be successful, correct. So, like that here also. Suppose here multiplied means divided 5. This is called coefficient of this m. Here is divided by 2, so multiply by 2, reverse of that, okay. That is how you get the answer. And what is this answer called? they are called solution of the equation. How many variables are there? Only one variable. That is why it is called as simple equation. Very, very simple. It may be little difficult in the beginning, but once you go on working out, you find very simple. Okay. So, we can verify the equation by substituting the value of the unknown on the left hand side. On solving the left hand side, value should be equal to the values of the right hand side. Suppose you put m is equal to 7 here, 7 into 5, 35, is it okay? And suppose you put a equals 10 here, 10 by 2, 5. So, 10 by 2 is 5, so 5 is equal to 5. So, equation holds good, correct? That is how you have to verify. Verification also important, okay? That is what is meant by solving an equation, okay? It's a very interesting branch. Now, for your practice, we will have some problems. 3x plus 7 equals 25. The given equation is 3x plus 7 equals 25. So, what you must do? You must remove that 7. How to remove it? Plus 7 is given, subtract minus 7 on both sides. So, what happens? 3x plus 7 minus 7 equals 25 minus 7. So, right hand, whatever you do in the left hand side should be done the same operation on the right hand side also, otherwise the balance changes, correct? So, you might have seen how the drivers drive in the curves, ghat section. You have seen the ghat section in Nandi Hills, very famous ghat section, or Mysore, Chamundi, Kodaikanal, Ooty and all. You have seen ghat section, curves will come. The curves, drivers will rotate the wheel, steer wheel, and same speed or same rotation, you must reverse it. Suppose it does not reverse, what happens? The bus will fall down into the ditch or into the valley, correct? You have seen it? Turning right first, then turning to left, or if you turn the left first, then turn the right, then only balance remains, correct? So, those who are drivers will know it, okay? So, what do you mean by that? Suppose plus 7 is given, you have to add minus 7. When you do it in the left hand side, subtract 7 also in the right hand side. So, you get 25 minus 7, how much? 18. This plus 7 minus 7 cancels, you get 3x is equal to 18, and divide by 3 on both sides. Still we did not get x value, correct? So, what you got now? You got 3x. The 3 must be removed. How to remove 3? You may say, we will rub it off, sir. No. You must go by mathematical operation. Here 3 is multiplied to x, is it not? To get rid of that, you divide by 3. So, 3 by 3 becomes 1. So, 1x. 18 by 3 becomes 6. So, value of x will be 6, correct? So, for that value it holds good, okay. Now, one more we will have. Solve 10m minus 20 equals 50. Here given equation is, write down as it is. Here what is the variable? M. And what is the operation to next number? Minus. So, what you must do? You have to add. So, minus 20 given, plus 20. So, 10m minus 20 plus 20. If you do it in plus 20 here, do 20 here also. So, you have 10m equals 70, m equals so 10m by 10 is 70 by 10, m becomes 7. So, value of m will be 7. So, for the value of m is equal to 7, the equation holds good. For example, if I write 7 here, 10 into 7, 70 minus 20 is equal to 50, correct? So, that is the answer. So, shall we write some homeworks? Yes, home assignment. Give the first step you will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. First step only. How do you find a value of x? If x plus 1 is equal to 0. How do you find a value of y? If y minus 4 is equal to minus 7. Give the first step you will use to separate a variable and then solve the equation. Then solve the equation here. One more step. 3L equals 42. L this is. B by 2 is equal to 6. Z by 3 is equal to 5 by 4. A by 5 is equal to 7 by 15. Okay. So, these are the equations and you have to solve the equations. So, this is only solving the equation. 3p by 4 is equal to 6, 2q plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay. We will try to solve it. Okay, let us see what Bhagwan Baba says. You heard about Bhagwan Baba? Yeah, he is a divine incarnation. He was in Puttaparthi up to 85 years, correct? Very simple, very interesting quotation. See good, do good, be good. This is the way to God. Very simple but difficult to practice. Will you practice it? Okay. Try to write the answer for the home assignment. Thank you.